Evening, everyone. It's time for us to lounge. Nice lounge. Okay, do that. Man, the music's kind of, I don't know. It's a thing. All right, so I was kind of wondering if I could make, like, so there's a thing out there called the Wally Wood's 22 panels that always work. I'll show you what we're talking about here. This is an ongoing known thing for working on comics, and it's a wonderful single piece of paper that just covers all of the basic best things, right? So here we go. Switch over here, right? This is what we call the Wally Wood's 22 panels that always work. These are panels you use in case your writer gives you junk, nothing to work with, right? So I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is great. I'm wondering if there's a way to do this that would go with manga, which led me to reading about all of the posts that Cat put in all of the global comics forums. And boy, there's a whole bunch of stuff there. So it's like so much information. So anyway, that's what we're doing on this page here. And actually, really what I was doing was checking in on Momentary Ghosts and building this, which is the next issue of Momentary Ghosts. It's ready to go. We've got all of the pages are now rigged properly so that they will do their things. The cover is, so the problem, of course, is that this is not the way that things work in this world. So there we go. Here's our cover. It's ready to go. So you get the idea here. So my thought process on all of this is, wonder if there's a way that I can do all of this that kind of gets sort of, through all of these kind of weird little things, but I'm going to quickly save this. I can kill it. This is Wally Wood here. All right. That's not the right one. There's nothing out there. I would show you something if there was something out there. Right? There you go. All right. There. So this is my blue line rig setup for the comics page, for the comics cover, so that all of our color covers from now on are all uniform. I don't want to have to mess with these things anymore. Hang on. All right. So now we've got all of these in here. We're ready to go for this. This is issue 3 of Moment. We're going to actually back out of this. We don't need this. That's the prototype for that, right? So we're going to open it up and go over to the areas. Think about it for a second or two. Head into my Bellatrix Rising panel, or my Bellatrix Rising page. For completes Act 1, Episode 1. Momentary Ghosts, Issue 2. Here's the setup. Okay, now we need to break this into smaller units so that it is ready to go up onto the main page. So, hey there, Boing. How you doing? I like your name, Boing. That's a cool name. So, all right. What I'm doing right now is what we call breaking the comic down. So we're breaking my comic down into littler pieces. I'm going to move me over here so you can see all of this. Very hard to see everything when I'm over in that corner. So, I just like your name. It's a cool name. All right. So this is my primary comic, and we're ready to put it together and kind of break it into little pieces so that it works really well. So I've already kind of broken these first couple of pages into actual panels. So we've got sort of an idea of what's going on in the panels here. But I want to do a few other things here. For example, I want to break the, I want to figure out where my Misegomi is, which is the term we use for, bring this guy up. There it is, we're after, right here. Burp. Okay. All right. So, we're going to first talk a little bit about what we call the Misegomi. Misegomi is the object frame of everything. Okay, so, in Japanese, it's mise, and it's go. Right? So Misegomi. Misegome. Or Goma. I'm sorry. Misegoma. Misegoma is the object frame of a manga. So when you're drawing manga, there's a single frame that you use that is sort of the focus frame, or it's the point of that page, right? We're trying to hit the point on that page. So we've got a couple of things going on. Actions happen, things occur. There's a little bit of an intersection of the two kinds of culture that intermingle between the manga and the yes, George. There's like an intersection between the two kinds of manga, or the two types of culture. Trying to get an American culture into a Japanese manga, it's kind of complicated and not as easy as it looks. So, because you're just speaking style difference, isn't there, George? George is my cat. George is behind me meowing. So, in this page, it's pretty obvious who the Goma is, right? The Goma is going to be this panel right here. Right, that's our Goma. So what I really want to do is give it a little bit more push, a little bit more space. So George will not be denied. He's coming up here to visit. We are already going to have an early George visit for this show. Hi, George. How are you? You are now going to have to put up with George's butt. There we go. Move him like there we go. This is George. Hi, George. George is a happy cat. All right. I always wonder if you're looking simple as I am. Are you? Okay. So we're going to now flip George over and scratch his tummy because he likes to have his tummy scratched. But then he does, "This is my life, meow. This is my life, meow." But I scratch his tummy. All right. So we talk about things like Amisegoma. We kind of want to have a bigger spot for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give more room for this first panel. By doing that, I'm going to cut these guys down just a little bit. Okay. Thus opening up for the Amisegoma. This page kind of helping you follow through on this. We've got sort of a connection going on here. On the same token as before here, this one, I think the thing I want people to focus on the most is probably not this one. So I'm going to pull this guy up and shrink him down. The focus panel should be actually going to move this guy over like so and shrink him down. I'm going to take this guy, move him over, and make this this more of a kind of an obscure thing here, but the focus panel is right in the center. So I'm going to use this one as my focus panel. And just like the other one, I'm going to make it bigger. And this is my mise goma. Okay. Now for the benefit of my own knowledge, I'm going to go on ahead and tell myself so that I'll remember this. Right? And so what I'm doing in here, oh, you don't know because I haven't switched back to this monitor because we were watching Cats. So let's switch back to this monitor because you have no idea what I'm doing. All right. So what I've done so far is I've identified my focus panel here, and I've marked it with a miru so that I'll know it's this thing we see, right? We see this. Moving along, then over here. This is our focus panel on this page. And then we're going to move over to here. And this is probably my mise goma here. So I want to make this bigger, like that. Hope you follow through on this story. All right. So when I rough out a we talk about naname panels and masugu panels. Masugu literally means straight. So that's straight. These are straight panels. All of the sides are straight. Everything is straight. So we're going to talk a little bit about masugu versus naname. Naname panels are oblique. That means pretty much just, naname means at an angle. So I'll bring these two down. Oh man, I am so tired. Oh, I apologize for yawning a lot. It's been a long day. It's ended a long meeting. Now we've dropped out of here. One of the things I want to do is talk a little bit about what we're going to do on the start panel up here. We want to start up here. We have a different panel. And sort of what we were thinking was, originally what I seemed to have thought was to put her out here and have her enter the panel. But she's not. Oh man, I am so sorry. I am really tired. I have to go make sure my child has done all of his chores because I don't think he did. I'll be right back. Especially since I'm pretty sure you had your iPad up in your bed. So you were already winding yourself up. I'm sorry. My kiddo has camp tomorrow. He promised he would have everything ready, and he's not ready. So we're having to ride a little bit of riding here. So we're waiting for that to kind of clear. Making sure he has everything. And then I have to make sure his electronics are not in bed with him, otherwise he will stay up all night watching electronics like his iPad and not in fact sleeping. So that's what we're doing today. That's where we are. It is in fact Father's Day, which means that I am doing all of the things that fathers are supposed to do. And one of them is make sure that their kiddo gets all of his stuff done. So that's where we are. I don't. So when looking at this, our air is very. All right. Well, I'm gonna give him a minute or two, but I know the problem we have with my kid is that if you don't stand there, then he'll go back to what he was doing before once he completes step one. So if he has 12 or 13 steps, you have to get him on step two or he will walk away. So I'm going to put you back on away from keyboard and I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, I'm back for a minute. All right, we're gonna get back into work here. Okay, looking at this layout, I feel like this is going to be something where we do something where there's a small panel up here, but not the heat. Right. Mise going on. So we're going to put a panel up here, a small panel, like so. This is going to rise above just a little bit, and this is going to have the medical cross on it, on the door, to indicate that it's medical. Right. And so our big panel is going to be this guy right here. That's our Mise going on right here. This is the main piece. This is the middle of a discussion, so I don't really want to. So we've got her accent is flawless. Maybe she's a drifter. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take each one of these things, we're going to break it into little pieces, right? So I'm going to take, like, for example, I'm going to take this part here. I'm going to say copy and paste on top of this. We're going to make it smaller. And taking a piece of advice from we're going to copy this, paste it. We're going to And maybe it's not. Maybe that's not the. Maybe that's not the one we want. Kind of looking at this, kind of trying to figure out what's going on here on this, right? So I'm kind of moving these around a little bit to give myself just some idea of where the panels want to lie out. This is probably the main panel for this, and that's why I'm looking at this going, well, take all those out, right? All that's left is really just these panels that are out here, and they're already done. So I can go on ahead and swish them down. That's what I'm going to do. This allows me to just get back into this ring up here and kind of what she's kind of doing is interrupting here. So I'm going to take this panel and make it smaller, like this. I'm going to take these two panels now. I'm going to move them. At this stage, we're not making it comical just yet. What we're doing is just moving crap around until we've got everything ready to go. And the reason I'm doing this way is because this gives me the ability to visualize where everything goes, right? This, move this over here. What's a drifter? Right? And all we're doing is just saying that in this panel, that's all she's saying. Right? And this is the big panel down here. That's the focus panel, right? Really? Oh, the door is still warm. It's been a warm day. Now it's a warm evening here in the land of the color red. Open the window up a little bit though. Looks nice outside. This guy. I'm going to put him in this last panel over here. I'm going to take this panel, shrink him down. And all I'm doing at this point, this is breaking down my script so that I've got everything laid out correctly. I'm plotting everything, I'm getting everything. Hey there. Finish up an epoxy pour, my friend. Pour epoxy. Here lies pour epoxy. Okay, so happy Father's Day, Brent. And you know, get around to it. Yeah, that is a pretty lovely blue. I do agree. I cannot quite argue with that. I guess I could, but it wouldn't help any, would it now? Let's see who's in there going Bergie, like a rabbit or something. I don't know, man. What's going on there, man? I don't know. Okay, I'll see you. See you when you get there. All we have to do is just kind of go in here to these three big scenes, this one, this one, and this one, and kind of come up with the panel work on it. Make sure we've got all the stuff going on here. All these other little panels where they're doing something, just make sure that it's lined up and stuff. So we have to kind of fix that. We've got a lot of stuff in here. It's already straightened out. Boy, I am just though having a real tough time focusing tonight. It's really difficult. It'd be really cool if we had some other, folks in here, but I don't think we do. Legitimately, I think I'm probably going to be bowing out pretty soon, just because whew, I am so beat. It's been a long week and a long day and a long everything, and just been brutal. There will be, however, morning shows at least Monday and Tuesday this week. I don't know about Wednesday. I mean, Wednesday, no, because I'm actually working. I don't know about Thursday or Friday because there's a shoot that 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 I'm supposed to be out on for Nate and Geekway Homes. So just this week, no, I should be theoretically off except for Wednesday. I've got to go in Wednesday to. I think I'm pinch hitting for somebody because they've got the rest of the week, just not Wednesday. So I'm running the Wednesday class, which is fine. I can do the Wednesday class. So what we will do is we will we'll have a morning show tomorrow and an evening show tomorrow, and then a morning show Tuesday and an evening show Tuesday. And then there'll be an evening show on Wednesday, plausibly a morning show on Thursday, and an evening show on Friday, or evening show on Thursday, and maybe a morning show on Friday. Yeah, Troy's back as well. Troy and I don't cover the same part of the city, so he usually works in the southern part of town, and I work the northern part of town because he's way down south. So Troy's working, but he's working the other schools, the other centers down south. So but it has been a super long week. I mean, the week has been just super, super long. Um, it's been a really, really long week. So we also should have normal Geek Tank tomorrow night, in theory. So that's what's happening. Oh man, I'm so tired. I cannot tell you. Yay, Geek Tank. So Can messaged me earlier on and said that he was tired too and was calling it for the night. And I'm pretty beat. And tomorrow, Kiddo has camp, so I've got to take Kiddo to camp first thing, and I'll be driving driving up to Boulder, dropping Kiddo off, and coming back here in time for morning show. So I should be back here for morning show. It'll be just fine. Tomorrow is also a national holiday, so theoretically, yeah, I was going to say, it's about time for you and me to. It's about time for you and me to go to bed. I take the pill thingy that makes my back relax. My back does not like to actually relax. Oh yeah. You gonna be in your normal office though tomorrow? If you're gonna be in your normal office, then we can chat tomorrow on the day too, because you'll be working and doing your things at the same time. Yeah, normal office day. So I mean, when you're not doing something, obviously. But yeah, so that should work. All right. I'm beat. I'm out. I think I'm out. I'm out. I will see you all on the morrow. Go get some sleep. Brent, go get some sleep. Sleep well. And everybody else, go to bed and go to sleep. I'll see you guys on the morning. And as always, keep your eyes on the stars and happy Father's Day for those of you who are fathers. Good night.